Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting to order, please. Ms. Randolph, would you call the roll for us? Here.
Mr. Harrell. Here. Mr. Nation. Mr. Weaver. Here. Mrs. Seeley. Present. Mrs. Crawford. Here. Mr. Bellisario. Mr. Womack. Mr. Hursey. Mrs. Mullett. Mr. Here.
Thank you very much. Would you please stand and join us in the invocation and pledge led by Mr. Womack?
Let's bow our heads, please. Lord God, we come before you and we thank you for this night that we've gathered on behalf of the children of this parish. Many times whenever we seek you before these meetings, we ask for wisdom. Your word says that you give wisdom to those that ask for it and that you're liberal with it. You abradeth not, which I assume it means that you don't hold back. So give us wisdom to do what's in the best interest of the children of this parish as we move forward tonight. Calm the weather as you did the seas. And we thank you and we ask it in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Recognition of visitors. Do any board members have anyone they'd like to recognize this evening? All right, if not, we'll move on to public comments. We have 5 minutes and 3 minutes, and no one signed up for either. So we'll move on to our first agenda item, which is approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on July 14, 2016. Thank you, Mr. Kuzan. A motion to accept those minutes. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Jeter. Thank you. Do we have any comments from board members? Comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstain? Did you get that, Ms. Randolph? Ms. Thank you. So ordered. Our second item is approval of the minutes from the special meeting held on July 28, 2016. Do I have a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Womack, second by Ms. Seeley. Do we have any comments from board members? Any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstain? Abstain, Ms. Drucker and Mr. Hersey. But the minutes pass. Thank you. Appropriate retirement resolutions for the following certificated personnel subsequent to July 14, 2016. Elise C. Weary, Folsom Elementary, 45 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Donna L. Otan, Fontainebleau Junior High School, 20 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Mary M. Ely, Lancaster Elementary, 27.3 years, 23 years in St. Tammany Parish. Peggy L. Redmond, Pearl River High, 37.18 years, 23.18 years in St. Tammany Parish. Linda S. Akers, Pontchartrain Elementary, 27.67 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Do I have a motion to accept these retirement from certified personnel? A motion by Ms. Drucker, a second from Ms. Seeley. Do we have any comments from board members? Any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. Moving on to our next item, appropriate retirement resolutions for the following non-certificated personnel subsequent to July 14, 2016. Nanette W. Revere, 5th Ward Junior High, 26.98 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. June B. Frank, Mayfield Elementary, 20.32 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Darrell W. Mallory, Transportation Center, 26.64 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. Nancy K. Phillips, Transportation Center, 11.73 years, all in St. Tammany Parish. That's our non-certificated personnel retirement resolutions tonight. Do I have a motion to accept that? Moved by Mr. Womack, second by Mr. Hersey. Do we have any comments from board members? Any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. And congratulations to those employees on their retirement. I hope you enjoy it very much. Announcement of administrative appointments. Mr. Foles.
Thank you, Ms. Heintz, board members. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight in this nasty weather and Saints game and Olympics and everything else. So certainly dedicated for you coming out. And we have 8 wonderful new administrators that I'm happy to introduce to the board and to the public here tonight. We're going to start off in the elementary, and the first one up tonight is Miss Diane Troya, Assistant Principal for Abney Elementary School.
As I stand here to accept this appointment to a higher position at Abney Elementary, I am humbled and grateful. I feel privileged to have attended elementary, middle, and high school, all in St. Tammany Parish. Throughout my career, I have been blessed to have several people stand beside me and get me to the place I am today. My husband, Adam, thank you for being by my side as I've worked to be an exceptional teacher and leader, all while balancing being a mother to our 3 children and your wife. To my mother, Debbie, your unconditional love throughout my life has made me into the woman I am today. You have molded me into a strong woman, instilled a love of Christ within me, and continue to remind me that I can do all things through his strength. To my children, Griffin, Rowan, and Pearson, the 3 of you push me to be the best that I can be, and I live for loving you. I had the great honor of leading alongside Stephanie Jackson as we both grew so much during the last school year. Ms. Jackson, I look forward to easing into my new role with you at the helm. Abney is very fortunate to have you as their leader, and I'm honored to be your assistant principal. Lastly, I would like to thank my previous principal, Mr. Mike Alford. If it hadn't been for him establishing my leadership and role, I wouldn't be here today, and I am forever indebted to him. Thank you to all that came out tonight to support me. I will continue to work passionately to ensure that all of our Abney students are very successful in positive paths set before them. I graciously and willingly accept the position of assistant principal at Abney Elementary. There are big things in store for us, and oh, the places we'll go. Thank you.
On behalf of the school board, we thank you, and Mr. Phillips and Assistant Superintendent, we thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome you aboard.
Thank you.
Board members, next, I'm happy to introduce to you another assistant principal at Abney Elementary School, Ms. Suhi Lade.
Good evening, board members, Superintendent Falls, Assistant Superintendents, Mr. Jabia, Dr. Sanford, Mr. Kosei. I'm pleased to stand here before you and show you what we're going to be doing at Abney Elementary as I graciously accept the appointment to be the assistant principal. First, I'd like to thank all of the support system I've had as a brand new St. Tammany person coming new to the district last school year. I'd like to start off with saying thank you to Dr. Sanford for providing me support in a difficult transition that I had last school year, and everything she did to make sure that I was well taken care of, as well as Mr. Jabia and Mr. Kosei. I also would like to acknowledge Ms. Sharon Hosh for everything she did with our school and our children and our parents at my previous school. I also would like to thank Mr. Singletary and his entire maintenance crew for supporting the school. Ms. DiCarlo, Ms. Amy, who's no longer, who's retired, Ms. Sharp, and Ms. Dangerfield just checking in on me. And last but not least, my supervisor, Dr. Mott. Without her, I would not have been able to do what I have done. So I thank you, Superintendent and board members, for ensuring that even though I was a newcomer, I felt supported, loved, and cared for from every member. And that goes without saying how well and well exceptional St. Tammany is, and I am very, very proud to represent St. Tammany, and I wish to continue growing and showing the world what St. Tammany is made of. So as we continue at Abney to be one Abney, one family, I thank everyone for your support, and especially my husband who's here with me for everything. And I would like to make one extra note. I know this is a public forum and this is going to go in the books, but I would like everyone to know that Mr. Kosei, back in May 2016, paid me 2 compliments in 30 hours.
Wow.
So thank you, Mr. Kosei. I appreciate your support of me as well.
That's 2 more than I've ever gotten from him, so that's pretty good. As we move to the middle school, I am happy and proud to introduce to you from Little Oak Middle, Miss Allison Boland.
I sat very far away, so. Mr. Foles, Mr. Jabia, Dr. Sanford, Mr. Kosei, and board members. Last year, I had the good fortune to accept the appointment to parish-wide assistant principal. By far, it was one of the best experiences I've ever had. I owe a great deal of gratitude to Dr. Shanette Hebert at Alton Elementary and Mr. Alan Bennett and Miss Judy Camout at Clearwood Junior High for accepting me with open arms to their teams. It was a tremendous learning opportunity for me, and I gained 3 very trusted colleagues along the way. I owe the greatest thanks to my strong support system, my family, which rolled with the sometimes ever-changing schedule of a parish-wide administrator. There was another family that I left behind to be able to have this experience, and that was my Little Oak family. I feel immensely blessed to have the opportunity to go back and once again be part of such a wonderful team. To be able to work alongside Ms. Vanderklis and Ms. Gattuso is more than I could have hoped for. I am deeply invested in the success of the North Shore learning community, and I will work tirelessly to maintain its stellar achievements. I count myself lucky, blessed, and utterly humbled to once again be a part of this phenomenal learning community. Thank you.
On behalf of my fellow board members, the superintendent, and the Little Oak community, welcome home.
Oh, my goodness.
Also, I want to say a special welcome to Allison's mom. Miss Madeline Davis is here, as a former director of transportation, worked in our school system for many years. Welcome, Madeline. Good to see you again. Next up on the junior high level, happy to introduce you, the brand new hit the ground running principal at Pitcher Junior High School, Miss Amy Dana.
Thank you, Superintendent Foltz and board members, and Dr. Sanford, Mr. Jabia, Mr. Kosei, for this great honor. I am excited that you chose me to be principal of Pitcher Junior High, and I'm truly honored by your confidence in my abilities to lead Pitcher as we focus on the future. I want to thank my Pitcher family who's here tonight for coming out to support me. I am truly Pitcher proud, and they are the best faculty around. I want to thank Dr. Tillman, our new supervisor, for his leadership and mentorship these past 2.5 years while I've been at Pitcher. And RT, I do have you on speed dial, so don't avoid my calls when I have those questions. since I'm a newbie, according to Mr. Kosei. Last but not least, I want to thank my soon-to-be husband, Mike, for his never-failing support of me. And as I told you, I think Mr. Foltz in the interview, my running buddy, Tamika, they were in my corner from the beginning and very supportive of me, so I want to thank them for their support through this process. I would also like to congratulate tonight the rest of the appointees, but particularly my parish-wide assistant principal, who is going to be recognized shortly, Dr. Benavides, and welcome her to Pitcher as part of our family. We've had a great start this year so far, and I look forward to a great school year. So thank you again.
Congratulations. On behalf of the board, just a little something for your office. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Amy.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce one of our 2 parish-wide assistant appointments for this year. She will start the year based at Mandeville Middle and will rotate throughout the parish during the year. Happy to introduce to you Ms. Chantel McEnany.
Good evening. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Superintendent Foltz and all of his administrative team and the board for this tremendous opportunity to be a parish-wide assistant principal. It is so exciting to be able to have this opportunity to work with the children in St. Tammany Parish Schools and be part of the best school system in the state of Louisiana, probably the country. And I say that because my children have attended these schools for the last 10 years, and it's been a tremendous opportunity for them, and I will make a difference each and every day. I work hard to be part of this great school system. Thank you very much. And before ending, I would like to thank the principal, Ms. Mary Hart, and Ms. Barton for their support in coming tonight and welcoming me on their staff, and I've learned so much in just such a short amount of time. Thank you.
Our next parish-wide appointee, I'm very happy and pleased to introduce to you, and she'll start the year, as Amy mentioned, at Pitcher Junior High, Dr. Adrian Benavides.
Thank you so much, Mr. Foltz. Greetings, President Loup, members of the board, Mr. Jabbia, Dr. Sanford, and Mr. Kosei. It is with a grateful heart that I say that I am thankful to be appointed as a parish-wide assistant principal. I thank God for this opportunity to serve our community and to work alongside great leaders in our parish. I would like to thank my husband for pushing me to pursue my dreams, my daughter for her patience during mommy's dissertation and meetings, my mother for reminding me of my life's purpose, which has brought me to this new beginning. My former principal, Jeannie Bloom, I'm so grateful for your trust and your mentorship. And as I begin this new phase of life, I humbly look forward to exemplifying a life of service in our community and furthering our school system's mission of every child, every day. One last thing I want to say, 3 words that make up this whole entire night for me is grateful, thankful, and humbled.
Thank you. Congratulations.
On behalf of the St. Tammany Parish School Board and our superintendent, congratulations. Glad to have you aboard.
Next up, as we move to the high school level, proud to introduce to you the new assistant principal at Covington High School, Ms. Joyce Davis.
Good evening, Mr. Foltz. Thank you. To the assistant associate superintendents and present and the board. When I stood before you the last time, it was to thank you for the appointment as a parish-wide. That night, I made a commitment to uphold our mantra of every child, every day. Tonight, I reaffirm that commitment. And I also want to just thank the administrative team of Covington High School for being so welcoming. And I want them to know that I will support purpose, pride, and passion, and I will do the best I can, every child, every day. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. On behalf of the board, I'd like to present you with this gift. I've heard great things already, and they will do a super easy foundation. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Lime family. Thank you.
Last but certainly not least, I'm very happy to introduce to you the new acting principal at Salmon High School, Miss Saudia Blackman-Stokes.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so very excited about this opportunity that I've been given. Salmon High School became my home when I first arrived as a teacher in 2003. I've had so many amazing years at Salmon as a teacher, then as an assistant principal, and now I'm given this wonderful opportunity. I am so blessed to have the support of my husband, Sidney, my children, my parents, my siblings, and my Spartan family. I've had so many people tell me how happy they are for me, and I want to thank the students, parents, community, and faculty and staff for all of their support. I must acknowledge Terry Matheson and Charmaine Donald, who have been by my side throughout this new journey. I love Salmon High, and I want to continue to do great things for this community. Can I hug you?
On behalf of the school board and administration, we welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
And I know your team will do a good job of getting this done. So,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
I think we have more flowers here tonight than they have at the Olympics, so I appreciate it. Ms. Heintz, those are the 8 appointees that we have tonight, and certainly very proud of them and the path they've chosen to support our school system, and excited about their opportunities that lie ahead for them and the schools that they represent. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. It's definitely the bright spot of our night to have these new administrators with us, and we appreciate them, and we appreciate their families. So, all right, thank you. That brings us to our next agenda item, which is recommends acceptance of Abney Elementary School new cafeteria as substantially complete, subject to the architect's recommendations, submission of all regulatory requirements, and approval of Superintendent Foltz, St. Tammany Parish School Board Project number 1425. Do I have a motion? Mr. Hursey makes that motion for us. We have a second from Mr. Kuzan. Do we have any comments from board members? Do we have any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstain? So ordered. Our next agenda item is approval of the recommendations from the committee as a whole meeting for Business Affairs and Administration held on August 4th, 2016, and Mr. Jeter is going to give that report for us this evening.
Thank you, Ms. Heintz. The committee as a whole, Business Affairs and Administrative, met on August the 4th and had the following recommendations. Recommends the acceptance of Covington High, chiller system replacement, and associated renovations as substantially complete, subject to the architect recommendations, submission of all regulatory requirements, and approval of Superintendent Foltz STPPS project number 1470, and I do move.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Jeter and a second from Mr. Harrell. Do we have any comments from board members? Well, I'd like to comment that I was over there today. The school looks beautiful. The enhancement to the hallways is wonderful, and I really appreciate the job that was done. Any other comments? Any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstain? Abstain from Mr. Drucker? So
Number
ordered.
2, recommends the acceptance of Salmon High School carpentry classroom renovation to the old gym maintenance building as substantially complete, subject to the architect's recommendation, submission of all regulatory requirements, and approval of Superintendent Post, STPSB project number 1511.
Do I have a motion to accept that? We have a motion by Mr. Hursey and a second by Mr. Kuzan. I'm sorry, Mr. Womack. Do we have any comments from board members? Any comments from the public? All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstain? Abstain from Ms. Drucker? So ordered. Our next item is certification of board members Neil M. Hennigan, Elizabeth B. Heintz, Michael J. Derman, Charles T. Harrell, Michael C. Nation, Willie B. Jeter, Peggy H. Seeley, Ronald Ron Betancourt, Robert R. Bob Womack, Richard Rickey Hursey, Jr., Robin P. Mullett, Dennis S. Kuzan, and Mary K. Bellisario, in completion of 1 hour of training for 2016, presented on August 4th, 2016, as mandated by Louisiana Revised Statute 17:53. Mr. Foles.
Thank you, Ms. Heintz. I do indeed certify that the above-named board members did complete the training as listed in our agenda.
Thank you so much. All right, now we'll have what we'd all love to hear tonight, our back-to-school update. Mr. Foles.
Thank you, Ms. Heintz. Board members, happy to bring to you our back-to-school update. When I was finalizing my comments today, I was thinking, wait, we just started school on Monday? So we are finished 4 days of school, and we are off to a great start. As we all know, the theme for this year is focus on the future, and we've certainly started doing that. But also what we're going to try to do this year as we focus on the future also is take a look back and take a look at some of the people and the situations and the successes that we've had in the past that allowed us to be where we are this year and the future as we move forward. I start my 7th year as superintendent and 32nd in the school system this week, and if you put that with my 12 years as a student, certainly have been many years in this school system, and certainly proud of that. We started the day at North Shore High School, where we visited with the Panthers and the state semifinalist principal of the year, Frankie Jabbia, and many construction things going on there, and they had a great start. And from there we moved to 6th Ward. 6th Ward had a great start with their new principal. The students were really happy to see us, and they were happy to be back in school, and certainly enjoyable. And from there we ended up at Pitcher Junior High, where as you met the new administration there, and they have certainly hit the ground running. Central Office Supervisor visited each and every school on opening day and reported back to us the many successes that were going on. Our campuses, they were clean and wonderfully decorated by the teachers. And as you heard me say so many times before, that it's the teachers in the classroom that make all the difference. At the end of the day, when you shut the door, it's the teacher in the classroom. And you could certainly see the work that each and every one of those teachers put in leading up to opening day. And speaking of clean and well-run facilities, let me say a special thank you to our construction department, our maintenance and custodial services for a great job that they do. You know, we don't just open the doors on Monday and everybody walks in. There's tons and tons of work that go on to get to that point, and I want to say a special thank you to them for the work that they do. Happy to report to you on open day that each and every single administrator at all of our schools is fully certified. We also have a fully certified teacher in each classroom in St. Tammany Parish Public School System, and that is certainly something that we are all extremely, extremely proud of. Our initial first day counts show an increase in student enrollment again this year. We will certainly be taking other official counts as we move on, but it is always encouraging to know that we continue to grow and that people want to be a part of our school system. The new radios that the board members financed were certainly a big, big help for communication with our transportation department, and I think Steve and them will tell you that it resulted in a smooth opening for our bus drivers this year. I actually turned on my transportation radio the other day just to listen in, and after about 5 minutes I had like a headache, and I said I'm going to leave this to Steve and the rest of them, but I do know that was a great investment, not only for organization and coordination, but also for the safety of our students, and I thank the board for their support of that. And then later in the morning when I returned to the office, we received the excellent news about our AP scores and how that we were first place in the state. So what a great walk back into the office to hear that. And if you add to that our recent successes with our Loup scores, our top ACT scores above the state and national average. On top of that, the very positive feedback we've received the last couple of weeks from our business community and leaders for the refinancing of our bonds, the rolling back of our millages. It has been a very, very, very good last couple of weeks that we should all be very proud of and take a moment to stop and enjoy. So let's all clap to get our moment to stop and enjoy. Okay, so that moment is up, and now it is time to get back to work, and I certainly know that we will be doing that. I mentioned a minute ago the teachers and their efforts. Let me say a special thank you as well to our school-based administrators for the job that they did for preparing their schools. I wrote to them on Sunday night, I think I shared it with board members as well, thanking them for their efforts, getting their schools ready, making sure on that first day. You've all heard me say so many times that you never get a second chance to make a good first impression, and I think we did that on Monday, and I'm certainly proud of that. To our parents, the most involved parents in the state of Louisiana, I say thank you. And with that involvement comes very high expectations. And I know each and every one of us in this room and each and every one of you would not want it any other way. We want to work in a school system that has a high expectations for ourselves and for our students, and I thank our parents for that. To our central office team led by Pete, Regina, and Mike, truly believe that they are the best team to be found. Their dedication and commitment have been shown as we prepared for this school year. And lastly, to you, our board members, I thank you for your leadership, your guidance and support. It is sincerely appreciated, and I think I speak for all of us when I say thank you for being a caring and leading and supportive board. And last, as we welcome our pre-K and kindergarten students next week, and remember they'll be getting a little surprise that they don't know a lot about, but that will be next week as well. We'll share that. I wanted to share with you a video from Channel 13 that highlights our first day visit.
It was the first day of school for St. Tammany Parish Public Schools, and Superintendent Trey Foles stopped by 6th Ward Elementary School to visit the students and Principal Brian HIRSTIUS on his first day as principal.
It feels great. Dr. Bernanke paved the way for me, really set up an easy transition.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
How are y'all?
And you could tell from the smiling faces on the young students that they were happy to be there too and to have a special visit from their superintendent.
Yeah, it's exciting. You know, the first day of school is always so exciting. When you get here, you see how much hard work's been put in to get the hallways ready, the classrooms ready. The teachers have been working in their rooms. They look great. Everybody had a good summer? What are y'all working on?
Mr. Foles visited 3 classrooms and was able to deliver personal words of encouragement to kick off another school year. Second grader ALYSSA Mobley eloquently summed up the morning.
He was special, amazing, and all of the above.
It's fun. You know, each one of them are different. Each one of them have their own personalities.
And it's those bright personalities that have the superintendent excited about today and the future of our school system.
I think this is our future. I mean, when we look back 10, 12 years from now, and these students that we met today will be seniors, they are our future. And we also want to look back on our past. As we look forward, we need to look back and make sure we recognize the people that got us where we are today.
Another great start for the students and staff in St. Tammany Parish.
Welcome back.
Melody Swang, Channel 13.
Ms. Heintz, I just want to take the opportunity to, a very important component of our school system is the support that we have from law enforcement each and every day. I know next month the parish has already planned to recognize law enforcement for the work that they do. But seeing Assistant Chief Kevin Swan here, who I've known my whole life, in the back representing the Slidell Police, as well as all the other agencies that work with our school system each and every day to make sure that we are a school system that meets the needs of every child every day. I want to thank them for their efforts. Kevin, please give that back to the Slidell PD, and we'll be doing the same thank yous for the other agencies across the parish as well as the Sheriff's Office. So that kind of sums up where we are. Thank you, Kevin. Thank y'all for what you do. Sums up where we are. We're ready to go, and looking forward to a great continuation of the start of our school year. Thank you.
Mr. Foltz, we really appreciate that update. It's always exciting to hear what's going on. We, as a board, I believe, would like to thank you for your leadership and your leadership team. You all have done an excellent job. You're all very special and amazing. That young lady at 6th Ward had it right. And thank you so much for your efforts.
She will be replacing Mike Kosei next week.
Those compliments, yes. All right, we'll wrap up the meeting with our announcements for next month, which is that the committee as a whole meeting will be held on September 6, 2016 at 7 p.m. And I'd also like to say that Mr. Loup is doing well. He just couldn't get out in this weather tonight. His therapist forbid him to come, but he's sounding strong and doing very well, and will be back with us soon. So our next item is an executive session has been requested pursuant to Louisiana Revised Statutes 42:17A2 to discuss the litigation listed on your agenda. Do I have a motion to go into executive session? Mr. Betancourt has moved, a second from Mr. Hennigan. Thank you all.